I tell you how precarious this looks? I'm gonna take a video for you here, but that's the situation right now. So this is the first time I'm filming in public, and I'm out in an alleyway. It's taken me like 20 minutes to figure out where to film. I thought it's my birthday, I want to get out and about, and I want to actually do something with today. Sorry. No, sorry. This is awkward. That was really awkward. Like, I thought I found a good spot in an alleyway, and then this guy just came to smoke a cigarette, and I felt like I was imposing in his space, and I just didn't have the guts to keep going. So here I am in Million Life, which is deserted. So a couple of weeks ago, I was made redundant from my job. And while it sucks and is exciting at the same time, I'm really trying to make the most of it. I really needed to slow down and take time for myself. And what an amazing opportunity to do that. So I thought, okay, take this as like a creative gap year to figure out myself out. Whether I go all in on my business and be fully self-employed, or it doesn't work out and that I have to find a new job, at least I can say that I took the opportunity and I tried. So that's where I am now, self-employed and figuring things out. The last few weeks have been busy, but also time for me to slow down as well. It was so different for me going from full-time life to being self-employed. And the biggest thing was routine. I was so used to going in the office, getting in a coffee with people, checking my emails, going to meetings. But being self-employed, you don't have any of that. You call all the shots, and a lot of people love the freedom that comes with it, but at the time there's a lot of responsibility and accountability that comes with it. And the first few weeks I was feeling really stuck with that. The biggest thing as well, as much as a routine that I tried to put on myself, I realized because I was at home more, I was taking a lot of time consuming content on my phone, talking about what I said earlier about taking a creative gap year. I was almost going against what I said I would do. I know I want to slow down and take a break, but I also don't want to waste time just sitting on my couch on my phone. This whole concept of creating more than I consume really hit me. And that also reinvigorated my motivation to do this YouTube channel, because I kind of started and then I kind of fell flat, and I kind of started again and then I fell flat, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? So this is the start of a little series that I'm doing each week so that I hold myself accountable and I'm consistent, where each week I will try and actively not be on my phone a lot and just get out there, be inspired, or even stay home and really get locked into one of my hobbies. So today it was the first episode, birthday edition, and we are in the city. The plan of attack is go and hit up a grand opening of a film photography store that I follow on Instagram, then find lunch, and then also hit up a gallery, because I love doing that by myself. Anytime I did any solo traveling, hitting up a museum or a gallery was just so fun by myself. You don't have to wait for anyone, and you can go at your own pace, which is really cool. I just want you guys to follow along, and let's see if I can actually post these videos weekly. By the time it is March 20, I need to have this video out. Let's go to the film camera store, Iroha, I don't know how to pronounce it. Say hi, get some film developed, and then have lunch. Let's go. So it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't eaten lunch yet because I've just been so inspired and I didn't want to like leave. I originally wasn't going to go here. I was actually going to go to the Gallery of New South Wales, but I think I might stop here because I spent a lot of time here and it's really hot and it's a bit of a walk to the gallery, but I think I got enough inspiration and motivation from here anyway. And so towards the end of me just like looking at the gallery here at the library, I knew I needed to kind of like sit down and just debrief my thoughts, or else I feel like it would just kind of go away and I wouldn't really like remember the essence of what I was inspired by. So I journaled and I wrote down kind of the things that I really wanted to kind of take away from what I saw here. And I think the purpose of today was to really go back to my root, really figure myself out as a creative person. And something that kept coming out to me as I was looking at all the artwork and all the portraits and the history and reading the history is that I really love and appreciate the process of art. So the conservation and the context, so the history. There's this amazing video in the gallery of, I don't know what they're called, conservationists? How she conserved or restored one of the artworks, which was really cool. I thought that was really inspiring. There's like this really deep understanding and skill to do that, which is really cool. It really reminded me that community is everything, and you can build a community or you can be part of a community and what you contribute to that, and also that community is everything to do with your legacy and how you connect with people. So then that word legacy came out to me and I reflected on what kind of legacy that I want to leave, and that's what I journaled here, which is really cool. So I'm really grateful to have had this time to myself and to reflect on what I want to do with this, I guess, this new change in my life and this new focus as a creative person. Today's been really nice. It's really beautiful weather. I've just sat down here on the steps, just reflecting, breathing in the nice air and getting a lot of steps in, which is really nice. I'm gonna go head to QVB and then probably shop around a bit. I gave myself a budget so I wouldn't go too crazy today. And then it's dinner with my family tonight. So I've got a few hours before I need to kind of head back to the west. Yeah, I'll see you later. Everything here is so dramatic. Look Okay, Chris's. What is this called? A Nutella shake?
The brisket gets set.
Wow.
And just refill your
Photo. Can we have a photo, please?
Before we play, do you want your own? So happy. Teka muna, bro.